Today on Al's anime review is Samurai Champloo. I guess I should be open about this right off the bat. I hate this show. No, really, I don't like it one bit. I did not enjoy watching it, and I really wish it had never been birthed. That being said, I was ready, willing, and able to give this anime the utter demolishment that it, in my opinion, deserved. However, no matter how many times I put it through my little invisible test, it somehow or another always seemed to score high. So I was left with two options. I could screw over all of my reviewing integrity and go on a hate speech, or I could accept the anime for what it was and give it the review it deserves. Begrudgingly, I decided to allow a difference of opinion other than my own. Unlike other anime reviewers out there, who seem to do nothing more than bitch and moan about yaoi fangirls and whining on about how the world doesn't think the way they do, and accepted my fate. So I will now attempt to painfully tell you how good the show is. Samurai Champloo is about these three people and their search for the Sunflower Samurai. The first character is Mugen. He is what would happen if your comic relief melted together with your action hero. He has a lot of actually funny moments throughout the series that most animes would leave to completely different characters. However, these idiotic moments fit the wild and crazy character pretty well. Like when he takes on a bunch of mob guys just because some chick promised him head. I honestly laughed at that. The other is Fu. She is a girl. Yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, no, wait. She is a girl with a pet squirrel. Yeah. Okay, I'm being harsh here, but this character is rather shallow in the beginning and only gets some depth in the middle and at the end. However, the way they made this show, I think that maybe she's meant to be this way. I mean, a lot of weird stuff happens to Fu, and I guess she's meant to be the representation of the audience experiencing all this death and weirdness. But she seems unrealistically spastic and calm about it at the same time, especially considering the fact that she has never been around it before. Then there's Gene. Gene has no personality at all. He just kind of wears glasses, is always very quiet, and wants to fight Mugen because he can. Apparently he has some kind of sordid past that is hinted at slowly through the series, but it's nothing that really matters to the rest of the show and feels as if it's there just so we don't forget about him. Gene the character has his moments though where he is very interesting, like when he falls in love, fights the blonde chick, or his actions in the final battle. He has some development, which is a little more than the other two characters can say. The show is styled very differently as well, having us look at feudal Japan through the eyes of a Blackanese rapper. This leads to some very bizarre moments with beatboxing samurai, but alright, we aren't supposed to be in reality, right? I mean, the zombie episode proved that well enough. But then you get other episodes where realism is the main focus. This is a little confusing. My main complaint with this show is that while in other shows they will let the puppy find the way home to the boy, in Samurai Champloo, they will shoot the child and make the puppy eat him alive. For no other reason than they can shoot the child and make the puppy eat him alive. More or less, the show is trying desperately to be different, for the sake of being different, and the main way they do it is by Mugen being a total dick. Mugen kills a lot of people that we don't really expect him to, and rather coldly, I might add. Okay, this is original, I can get behind it. But they don't offer much explanation other than Mugen killed somebody because, well, Mugen can kill somebody. Okay, it fits with the character, but that's the logistical reason, not the creative reasoning. Why did the writers themselves choose to do it? You need to have a creative reason first before the logistical one. Mugen is our main protagonist because the dead fish and the girl who complain about her cup size don't count. And his only motivation in this show is to become the biggest fucking dick in the world. If I take a step back, it is really funny, and then you kind of understand why Gene is the way he is as well. Very quiet to match Mugen's insane antics. They work like a comedy team as opposed to action heroes. Actually, the entire cast seems like it was meant for a different kind of show entirely, where making the audience laugh was the focus as opposed to what the fuck every minute. I think this show had 3 different writers working it at the same time. One was a Japanese dramatic writer, the other was a samurai action junkie, and one was Samuel L. Jackson. Or at least an American comedy writer. So in every episode, all of them are trying to one-up the others so they can get the attention of the audience. Which leads to completely amazing over-the-top action scenes, a bunch of O. Henry endings, and totally ridiculous comedic moments. Like, oh wait guys, I got you beat! There's this one moment where we have one guy fight 500 bionic ninjas that can throw fireballs, and they have a huge armored Panzer-class battle tank with Uzis mounted on their penises! But wait, I can do better, because I have a midget riding on top of a giant chicken that's running through a field of whoopee cushions, every once in a while stopping to shit out a golden dildo that spurts out George Bush jokes! jerks! No! I've got you both beat! Because I had the guy accidentally kill his blind sister, who was actually incestuously in love with him, because the deformed, evil, village idiot would sneak into the house, pretend to be him, and raped her! What? Oh! Oh! On the other hand, the animation is cool and different. Not a single character looks alike, and the world they live in is drawn to the style of the show. The music is pretty good too, mixing in some new styled music to make the action seem a little more slick. The soundtrack is definitely something to look into now and then. I really don't like it, but I am in the minority. Really, it's not that bad if you can just enjoy it for what it is. It's funny and visually entertaining. To most. So a lot of people will like it. That's why I give Samurai Champloo a 4 out of 5.